Okay, so today we got something very unique for y'all. We coined it Yamama Mama. It's a Yamato deck using the Big Mom package, and it's yellow Yamato. And there's okay, let me try to break it down as best as possible as you're viewing the screen and you're seeing the cards and what we play. So, Whitebeard was successful. It was successful, especially for its time, because the amount of cards it had access to. 6 life leader, you're getting a bunch of cards in hand, and 6k attack. Real good defensive wise, right? I looked at Red Purple Luffy, and I was like, he should also be successful. What's holding him back? And it was to think of what makes Whitebeard work versus the other people. So when I figured something out for Red Purple Luffy, we actually made a super strong deck that even like my brother, who's a beginner, was able to win with. And I was happy and amazed with it. Basically, drawing or gaining a bunch of resources in hand. That's pretty much the ticket for a 6k character, right? So then it's like, how do we apply this to Yellow Yamato? She has access to 6k potential. Well, it was in order to get Luffy to be good, we had to understand what red and purple can do for that. And it's like, okay, purple had cards that can help you add cards to hand. Now, yellow, how is yellow going to do that? Well, yellow draws in a unique way. Basically, the cards in life are cards that are going to go through hand, right? So that is the way you're going to gain cards in hand. So when I'm gaining life, I'm gaining more cards in hand traditionally, right? Unless there's an effect that's going to avoid that. Now, when it comes to the Big Mom package, perfect. You see 3 cards that stand out right now. Petal Sparrow, which is going to help you get cards in your hand, because that's what helped Whitebeard was Searchers, right? It's basically keeping his hand heavy. And then you have Pudding, which is another searcher to keep your hand heavy, to keep cards in your hand. And then the perfect thing is you have Blocker, whatever that guy's name is. Why am I drawing a blank? Katakuri. There you go. You have Blocker, Katakuri. So that way you could play 10 drops. Now that you're able to have access to 10 drops, you can, or not even, but 10 drops, yes. You can max out all your Don and then still give a Don to your leader. So this is how we was able to make this deck. We actually have 3 versions of Yamato. 3. But so far, this seems to be functioning. We actually have to test out another one. So we did Egghead, because Egghead has access to drawing. We did Big Mom, and then we got one more where it's the Wano package. Wano package stands out for its ability to gain life and deal with the life cards, but it doesn't have search. Big Mom can gain life and has access to more search, and the Egghead had access to draw cards. So that's where we're at. So yeah, so you get to see essentially it's safe to gain to take life with this leader, because you can get to your game state that you want, and then just be able to get very defensive with her. So hopefully this shakes things up for y'all. This gives something fun and new for y'all to view as we're cashing in these triggers, and I guess we're gonna go wide, just developing a really strong board state. Now that Karasu, right? He kind of counters our leader ability, so that's annoying. But hey, it is what it is. Now, since I wanted to really give an understanding of the deck and the idea and how to function with this leader more so, if you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, please give us a subscribe. Because just like a plant with water, the only way we're gonna grow is with the subscriptions, because subscriptions are the water. Now, where we at? I think that that 6-drop Big Mom is extremely underrated. You can't tell me a game state that can survive 3 of those. 2 of those alone are already devastating, but you can't tell me a game state that can survive 3 of those. That's it. So right now our Yamato's ability is alive. So we're going to be a 6k leader. We have a pretty healthy board. Yes, those trigger summons did come in handy. And of course, gaining life is also a big benefit. But yeah, 6 drop Big Mom. I don't think there's a game state where you're going to be able to win if somebody plays 3 of those on you. Obviously it can't be like 12 turns went by, then they played their third. 12 turns is actually too many turns in this game anyway. But if you get back to back 6 drops, come on. It's way too much resource. Either that's just a life, 3 life, or 6 cards, or 4 cards and 1 life, or 2 life and 2 cards. It's too much regardless. It's too much regardless. So you get to see the benefit of the Katakuri, allowing us to really push our plays. We could have developed a Brule. Developing blockers would have been good. Seems somebody's taking some unique elements to Dragon. I get it. Dragon ability, that Bartolomeo gets it's kind of like getting his ability for free. I see what they're trying to do there. Oh, interesting. You know what? That Bartolomeo is like pretty interesting tech with the Dragon, right? It's kind of just guaranteed, like he's not your average blocker anymore. Oh, we're swinging for a lot. I can't see. Oh, we're gonna save it. That's a bold play. It would have been better if we had just developed that blocker. Yeah, I think you're doing too much if you try to save it. Oh, but their play is dead now. Okay, I see. And then you get a search. But they have to. Oh, we whiff. That's a sad story. Well, I mean, the counterattack is easy. Literally, the counterattack is going to be dead easy right now. Well, that's a lot of cards. I mean, a lot of Don, I should say. I mean, Don are cards, right? But I guess, okay, so we have to play it out where we're just thinking that they might have 2Ks, so we're swinging for 10. Luckily, Don investment doesn't have to be too high. Yep, and they're so low on resources. Even if they have a rush, it's not realistic. But yeah, we really should have just put some blockers on the. Oh no, he would have been able to. My bad, I forgot Lindbergh or whatever that guy's name is. He would have been able to pop it for free. I would let that go. I would let that go. Yep, Zoro's too slow. You would need no rush. Should we get a blocker? I think a blocker would keep us pretty safe. We go Pero. I'm guessing we can. That's oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, we're gonna attack first. Oh no, they probably can't catch any trigger summons because I think most of those revolutionary blah blah blahs, I think their trigger summons is based on being a dual color leader, if I'm correct. So I don't think it's something we have to worry about. Take that off the board. Now we do have some counter power, and our leader is 6K. And they have to be aware that if they don't have like a rush character and enough Don, mind you, we still got a blocker. If they don't have a rush character and enough Don to power up that character, that trigger summon would pretty much seal the game. I mean, it already looks extremely bleak right now. Okay, what are they going to go for? I mean, the game, they have to go for game. They got no blocker on the board. Oh, we're going for the trigger summon. Okay, then. Block to play it safe, I'm guessing. And then the last one. Oh, we got no card, so we can't use it. And that's it. That's pretty much the GG. We got too many attacks. Yeah, so I mean that's technically it. It's if anybody, hopefully this gives inspiration. This gives, because like I said, we have 3 builds. This build showed promise immediately. That's why that's actually part of the reason why we're also putting this video out there. We don't have that many test plays in the books, I would say, at least not the number that we're comfortable with. Like I said, a lot of these decks we play a lot, and we make sure our win rate is high enough to say, okay, we could put this out there. But respectfully, the One Piece meta changes kind of quick, and this deck immediately performed well, so I think there's an exception, to kind of just like get it out there. Being that the meta changes so quick, it's like, you know what, let's just get the ideas out there, and hopefully somebody can help just like carry these decks to where they gotta be. I'm sure there's a couple of geniuses out there that can just see and say, you know what, and then boom, all of a sudden breaking the meta. And but yeah, if this deck performed poorly out of the gate, you wouldn't even see it. Like, we do want to we have respect for our viewers and any future viewers, and it's like, yeah, we're not going to just put something out there that which just absolute trash, and it's like, you know what, these are the wins we managed to pull out, so let's just show it. So yeah, the Egghead did not perform well whatsoever. I mean, yeah, at the moment, but it could just simply need adjustments. You see how broken that is? 2 cards out of hand, because life is considered very important, right? 2 cards out of hand, that's extremely strong. And then it's like they took the life. So they're technically in a compromised position. They would have had technically just add 2 cards to their hand, and they would have had a bunch of cards in hand. Now they don't. Oh, we're going to protect it. Being that this deck doesn't really have much board removal, I could understand protecting it. They are also tapped out, so we do have counterattack. I wouldn't use it. We can attack. That's just like, that's no point. We can attack. We also can play the card as well. So, okay, they gave us a life, so that's pretty interesting. If they didn't give us a life, then it probably would have been good to just put Don on our leader, expecting to go to 2. Well, we're getting Don on our leader anyway, so it just works out. But now, if we end up going to 2, what's going to happen is we're going to get pumped. But we're at 4, so... Oh, we're going to be aggressive. Interesting. And they still haven't used that Hiyori's effect. That's interesting too. I guess either they just not having the hand for it, or they're trying to save it for something. Oh, they're going for our Big Mom again. There it goes. Okay, nice play. I respect it. Wow, that was low-key a tough decision, but hey, yeah. Oh, they quit. I will say it was looking like it was in our favor. Like, it was looking like it was in our favor. Hopefully it looked the same way to y'all. But it was looking like it was in our favor. All right, we're going up against Doflamingo. So I'm hoping the Wano package actually works well. Like I said, it doesn't have access to search, but it has its kit is slightly more convenient in dealing with life. So you got Kikunojo and you got Momonosuke. That's like really legit cards that can just give you life. And of course, 9-drop Yamato, which I feel like it was made for this Yamato leader, being a 9-drop, so you always have the Dawn to just attach to your Yamato. Now that Blocker Katakuri is available, it's like we can just guarantee the Dawn on our leader no matter what we're dropping. And yellow has access to interesting type of draw cards. So we Daifoku, Sanji, and Lucy. These are cards that essentially are a roundabout way of drawing, because you would just add a card from life to hand and then add a card from top of the deck to life. So it's like you're drawing a card, you know? And so these are mechanics to help keep your hand size up and healthy, to allow you to take advantage of your leader being 6K. So yes, this is like the kit that yellow has to help yellow Yamato like see some sort of like real defensive capabilities here. Because like I said, if you just look at what made Whitebeard playable, it was just having access to so many cards. That's what made Whitebeard playable, is having access to so many cards. And it's like, okay, how do we do that for these other leaders, these other 6K leaders? You know, it was just easy for Red Purple Luffy, in my opinion. It's like we had that mortar card that was considered absolute trash, but I'm like, wait, with this leader, especially once you just rush your way to 10 Dawn state, it actually works out great. And but of course, what's that dude, Gil Tesoro? Oh my god, chef's kiss, Gil Tesoro. You do get one Gil Tesoro effect, you draw the 2 cards, it paid for itself. It's great, it's fantastic. And now, as you see, Yamato, it's like, well, yellow gains life goes to hand, therefore I have access to more cards. And then the roundabout draw cards. So there you go. It's like 2 methods to get my hand size up. Therefore, I have a chance of taking advantage of being a 6K leader on defense. There we go. So I think you guys understand it. So if you want to see if you can get the Egghead package to work well, interesting that we're choosing to they're swinging for 6 anyway, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, swing for 7, and now a 2K would be great, but we chucked our 2K. It's kind of funny. I was surprised that we just didn't take the life on the first go around, and then what do you call it? Then start playing defense. But I don't know. I'm not too sure. I would just took the life from the first hit, get the 1K pump, and then the next would have just been a 1K, and then this would have been the 2K. Instead of losing all those cards, right? Yeah, we would have just lost 2 cards instead of 3 cards from that play. This is where the game gets a little fun. What are we doing? Okay, we're adding that on top of the life. Okay, so we do lose the pump with our leader, but as soon as they attack us, we'll just get it right back, and then we can just play it again and get a search. And therefore, we can either we're trying to find something specifically, or I don't know. I would like to see some of these blockers hit the board. Then again, I get that Dofi might be able to just bounce them up. Oh, red rock. Bounce them or just get rid of them, but playing the search, they got access to 3 Dawn. So if they want to use their leader ability and we take life, that ends their turn. Oh, interesting. So we technically can protect, and then the next attack would have to go to life. I think it's better to just take. Okay. Ooh, we get another. We could search first, see what we get, then play that instead of just chucking. Okay, we're just gonna chuck. Well, in my head, I think it's okay to check the searcher and then try to develop the blocker. But okay. Maybe we might want another 6-drop big bomb. They go for the hand. Interesting. You see what's fun? Oh, we're gonna play the searcher. Oh, okay, we get 7 big mom. Now counter power is looking really low for us right now. But the strength of having 2 6-drop big moms play, oh goodness. So much resource they just lost. It's just gonna make it real hard to just be able to defend themselves. Yeah, okay, we can't use our Katakuri ability right now because we have a face-up life. Okay, so now this is a game of count the Dawn. They just used 3 Dawn. They played that Doflamingo. The more Dawn they use, the less likely they're going to be able to attack us. They have to just start eating up that Dawn. Now, if they are aware, we have a card that does not have counter in it. If they attack us, we'll get a 2K. Ooh, they are donning up. Well, that one is going to be gone. Unless we block. Can he attack? No. Okay, so if we did block, we would have kept it. And then I guess we could just like kept pushing. That is something we would have to take unless we block in 1K, but I think that's risky. I think at this point it's better to take the 2K and then play a blocker, so we'll just have the 2 blockers on the board. And if they want to bounce the blocker or try to get rid of the blocker, that's going to eat up their Dawn count. Alright, so they have to make the decision. They give us a life. Okay, they find it too risky. And the fun part is that life is put face down. So we get to trigger our ability. And we do have 3 Dawn up. Hopefully we get to see that Brûlé hit the board. Dofi's a menace. It's like you spend so many of your attacks trying to keep his board in check. That should be gone. Either that or you're blocking. It's one or the other. Yeah. And then, yay! Brûlé hit the board. The game is all about resources, so... oh, Gravity Tiger. And both... oh, no. Okay, not both the blockers. 1 blocker and the 6-drop. 6K swing, and then they do have 1 more Dawn, to be honest. So they can only get 1 more swing if they choose to. If we take, we get the trigger, we can see what the next life is, and then we can choose to put it on top or bottom. Pudding. Okay, so that pudding is counter power, but it is also worthless. Like, they can't take advantage of it right now. So we can either let them get it, because we know they can't. I wasn't paying attention to what got picked. Oh, there we go. We caught the block. That's fun. Oh my god, what a play. And they gave us another life. How obnoxious. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot to mention one of the... okay, hopefully you guys already got it, and if you made it this far, thank you, because I forgot to mention the key to the leader is to keep yourself around 2 life. That is the actual key. So these cards that we're playing to gain life is to help us maintain that 6K potential, right? So you don't really want to just be going to 3 all the time, turning off your leader. You want to, for the most part, want to keep going up to 2. So if you're at 1, you want to go to 2. If you're at 0, of course you want to go to 1, so on and so forth. You just want to go to 2. You want to go to 2. So that way, when you're 6K, your opponent always has to try harder to attack you, you know? So that's the other part here. So they're actually doing us a favor by giving us that life to help us, not be so critical. That's an easy 2K. And then, yeah, that's it. Like, they just have to end their turn. Now, they are somewhat close to lethal range. Hopefully we choose to develop Sanji, because it will eat up their Don to get rid of him. Are we going to do something funky? Okay, we're going to attack with our pudding. And if pudding's attack goes through, well, no, they technically got a blocker, but yeah, it's probably smart to just go for leader if we're gonna do this. And if their hand is bricked up, then they're either taking that life or they're blocking with their boa. Okay, we're going for character first. Okay, so what I like about this is either it's going to go through or they're going to block. Okay, and now that they're chucking cards, that makes this pudding attack more guaranteed. We can either keep going for characters. Okay, cool. Definitely don't want that being able to swing for free next turn. We attack. They chucked. I thought they would have took. We keep up 4 so we can play Sanji. We swing for 7. They're taking that guaranteed. Yes, because they want their blocker up. Now we're 6K defensively. We have 2 life. We have a blocker, and we have a healthy amount of counter power, to be honest. Because if we take the life, we're potentially just gaining more counter power. You're the one that should disappear, even if it's a brick. That's 3K, 5K altogether. See, just a 2K, and that's it. And 3 Don. Oh, why do we choose to take? Well, okay, that's fine. We could check the cracker. No, you want to keep cracker? Choose. Okay, we choose to take. Okay, I'm assuming now we're gonna check the cracker. Okay, cracker gets trashed. Ooh, that's so healthy. Block and instant GG. Just the Sanji. The benefits of being 6K. Yep. A G? A G. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm just happy with how far we came with our ability to build decks. Because this leader was not touched. But being able to find something makes me feel good. And I hope that's the same for y'all. And we've earned y'all subscribe.